another segment of Empower Her. I call it the science of her, because it's an area that really need more attention, and it's just starting to receive more attention. Also, with the internet, everyone is now talking. We are more connected than ever. So we are talking to each other, and that's why I'm doing this, so we can meet and greet and talk about a great deal of situation that is happening to us. You're not in isolation any longer. And anything is going down, it's you. You have to now reach out to us so we can learn to help each other. So one of the main things with lack of estrogen is osteoporosis, or known as brittle bone disease. Because of the absence of estrogen, the bones becomes fragile. The kidneys are not synthesizing vitamin D like it's supposed to. So guess what? We're going to have to use certain nutrients from our foods to mimic the estrogen that our bodies are lacking in. So another aspect, and again, smoking. If you smoke, you increase having osteoporosis. So, smoking does a lot of things, really, really bring you closer to the grave. Another aspect is cardiovascular disease. And with the heart, you develop arrhythmia, palpitations, because the heart is a muscle. It's a muscle, just like your triceps, your biceps, and it's also affected. And again, certain nutrients are starting to weigh. So again, like your potassium, your magnesium, and all of those nutrients and phosphorus helps to keep your calcium in check and keep your heart pumping. And I could go back a few years ago, because I have an implant known as a loop recorder. And this loop recorder is actually like a walking EKG, and it relays information back to the doctor's office. And it measured the electrical impulse of the heart. How is the heart doing? So that's very significant. Sometimes you'll feel it and then you're like, what was that? But if you're not really keenly aware of it, sometimes you have little episodes of it. And what it does, it'll take you down, because guess what? Blood has stopped flowing. So that's very significant. And with the heart also is the cholesterol. Cholesterol goes up and causes a heart disease. And with the cholesterol, the good cholesterol goes down, LDH, if I'm saying it correctly, and then the bad cholesterol goes up. So your good cholesterols are like, from the plants and so on like that, and everything like that will clog up your arteries is called LDL. So again, you're affecting the heart, the mechanism of the heart. Another aspect is weight gain, obesity, which leads to diabetes. Sometimes you're walking, I'm okay, I'm a few pounds overweight. It's weighing on your body, and then it's gonna drop the hammer. And then you may become diabetic, have diabetes mellitus, that's number one, or type 2, because of the lack of insulin, and the body becomes insulin resistant. So again, you're going to have to start dropping your weight little bit at a time. And there's different things out there, different diets that can help, or a modification of your eating lifestyle, I would say, instead of a diet. Like the Mediterranean diet is a fabulous diet, and it works in conjunction with the heart because it uses a lot of high nutrient dense food that helps replace estrogen, and also works in conjunction with the heart and also the liver. So I've been using it for a while. I modify it based on my ethnicity and my Caribbean-based cuisine. So the weight gain, and then you don't want to get into neuropathy. And what it is because the sugar is so much in the blood that it affects the nerves. You get tingling in the fingers, in your toes, and then you get a burning. It's like pepper because the nerves are inflamed. So these are the things you start looking at what's happening. And the thing is, you get little telltale signs, but you don't know what's going on and what it's about. But it's actually the glucose production in the body gone haywire. Everything works together. Everything. Then the next thing is arthritis. Because of the lack of estrogen, arthritis comes in. Dear author, your back hurts, your knee hurts, your shoulder hurts, everything hurts. Even something I was reading about called frozen syndrome. It will ease if you change your diet. So basically, it's inflammation. Arthritis is inflammation. Because estrogen works together with progesterone, they're like two sisters, and they work together. And if they go down, everything goes down. And another organ that has to be discussed is the brain. That's where you're getting the brain fog. You get labored speech. You can't think right. You can't remember anything. Combinations, little minute things. Even your handwriting would sway. There is a difference. And I'm working on that because that also affected me drastically. So what I'm doing is I'm re-educating myself. I'm picking up books and I'm reading. But what's going on in the brain is because this enzyme is now lacking, you're losing brain power. So it affects all aspects of your life. So if you experience this, I need you to write it in the comment. I need you to talk about what's going on with you. Maybe we could get together, and I know we can, because maybe no one's listening to you. Because remember, going through the years, no one talked about it. But now it's here for us to sit down and talk about. We could either do it in a group session or we could do it on one-on-one to help find a plan of action or help putting things together so you can now take it forth to your medical doctor or a doctor that deals with menopause symptoms. Because if you're looking at things to alleviate other than food and nutrition, exercise, weight training, there is hormonal replacement therapy. There is also there are natural things on the market, but you have to speak to a physician. That's where the science of her comes in. But the thing is, you cannot get help unless you say something. And that's why I'm here and putting together this program. So it's an awareness. So if you even got something funny to say about what you learned about menopause, as you were growing up, put it in the comment. So these are the things that are very significant.